I'm Pastor Jake. We're in Mark chapter 10, verses 46 through 52 for our Bible study. And Jesus is going down to Jericho. On the way down to Jericho, there's a blind man. He's sitting on the side of the road. He starts hearing the crowd. Now, Jesus is being followed by a bunch of people. So he's hearing all this noise and ruckus, and he starts crying out. Jesus, thou son of David. He kept crying out. And they kept telling him, look, you got to be quiet. You got to be quiet. But he just kept getting louder and louder. Eventually Jesus asked him, said, tell him to come here. So they stopped and they started telling him to come here. And it's funny is he threw his garments to the side and he came to Jesus. Now Jesus asked him, what would you want me to do for you? And he said, I want to be healed. I want to see again. So Jesus said, go thy way, your faith has made you whole. And he received his sight instantly. Now through all this, I'm going to kind of break it down a little bit. One thing is sometimes you have to cry out. God wants to hear your voice. Not that he wants you to go through pain or anything. He just wants you to know that he is loved by you. That what you're asking for, you're willing to scream for it, to holler, to do anything you can to get Jesus' attention. The second thing I've seen about this, which is that he laid his garments to the side. He was either wearing a tunic or he was almost naked. This is the thing I always tell people. Jesus didn't turn him away. Jesus didn't tell him to go back, put your garments on before I come and heal you. No, what he told him is, come on. And he healed him. Doesn't matter how you're dressed. I hear that all the time. Well, you should be dressed like this. Dressed moderate, because that's what Paul says. Moderate is how people perceive it. It doesn't. Now, everybody's going to have their different changes in life, and they're going to go different clothing. I did. When I was doing, I used to wear ripped jeans and a blue jean jacket, and it changed in my life. And it will change in everybody's life when they're coming to God, but you can't turn them away just because of how they're dressed. The other last thing of this is that he was healed immediately. Jesus said, your faith made you whole. Boom, he was healed. Where other people, he put salve on their eyes, spit on it, talked on their tongue, all this other stuff. He did so much different things. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's different. Everybody's blessing's different. Everybody's way of communicating with God and doing things with God is different.